Welcome everybody. Please pardon me. I'm having my breakfast, just eating my breakfast, and it's 4 minutes past 12. So I'll be eating and talking. Anyways, without further ado, let's allow some people come in and we'll start. Oh, migrant experience. I want to share my experience as a migrant in the UK. I've stayed in the UK 2 years. Let me see if I can share the link to my group. Yeah, share the link. Come in, people. Come and join. I know it's Monday 12. Most people are at work. But there are some people that are strolling on the street of YouTube. A lot of people like gossip or sharing information. All these tutorials, teaching. Me, I'm still learning. I love YouTube Live because if no one is here, I can do it and post it. People, when they come, they'll see. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Please pardon me. Just having my breakfast. Migrant experience. Wow, the sun is on my face. Woohoo! The sun is on my face. Do I need to adjust? Let's see if I can adjust. So I can see. Yes. Welcome everyone. Sharing from my experience as an African woman, a migrant living in United Kingdom. I've only been in this kingdom for 2 years. 2 years and 3 months, right? While I was just making my breakfast, welcome everyone. Let's share the links, give this video like so more people can see it and join in. While I was just making my breakfast, it dawned on me and I was like, I remember when I newly came. First of all, I stayed with a friend, when you just go, I didn't make arrangement for house. Some people make arrangement for hostels and all that. But for me, I didn't. I stayed with a friend. And so being a male, he didn't have what did they call it, cookwares and all that. So there's this, it was a shared apartment. There's this girl that she's already here. She was 3 years ahead. So she's kind of settled in her things. She bought some cookwares and everything. I remember this fateful day. I was making rice and stew. We only had one saucepan. So I had to go and take her pot to cook. And guess what, guys? She refused. She said no. She went to go and hide it. She said, I don't like people touching my this thing. It's a non-stick. Yeah, you use iron spoon, you scratch it, you do this. I get her point. But the way she acted it like I was coming from a zoo. I don't know what is non-stick and I don't know the right gadget. She refused. And I was like, see me see cookwares today, see me see things, it's just a matter of time. And then it dawned on me. I said, okay, I'm going to do this video and share and drop with people. Please, let's like this video, like, comment, drop your comment. Where are you watching from? Where are you streaming from? Please drop, drop, drop. I want the house to be bubbly. I want it to be busy. I want it to be busy. Ask your question and all that. So I said to her that I didn't even say anything to her. I didn't even know what to say to her. I was just looking at her. It was one more matured lady that now called me and said, okay, see my space here, see my things, you can use this, you can use that. Today I look back, I called that lady. I was like, I just greeted her. When I left the house, I just left, like I didn't engage with any other person. It was except for that lady that put me through. She said, okay, this is the house Wi-Fi and all that. So most migrant, hello, hello, Thompson, thank you for coming in, thank you for joining in. Please, let's take the likes up and all that. I said, you need to be more friendly to migrant, most especially fresh migrant that just come in. And this is me today. My friend just rang me and said, oh, my siblings are here. I said, okay, I want to give them 2 or 3 days to settle. Then I'll now begin to like chat them. What do you have? What do you want? Because I know cookware is expensive, and cookware is the last thing as a migrant you are coming in, you'll be carrying cookware because you want to carry like your food stuff, you want to carry some of your clothes, largely foodstuffs, and if you've got other things to pack. So cookware is the last thing on your mind. So once you come into this new environment, surely you need cookware. And secondly, where to shop. So that lady experience, she will just say, I don't use tap water, but you will not even tell somebody, why you don't use tap water. I like this sun, the way the thing is just hitting, bouncing on my skin or hitting on my skin, the sun ray. And I was like, to her, she still look at me that, oh, you're not from my tribe back in Nigeria. And she really shared it to the other lady, which came the same time like me, but that one is from her tribe in Nigeria. For those who's Africa has different tribes and dialect. And if that one tried to relate it with me, she would speak her language. I say, hey, oh, Mari. Everybody was doing their language. And I was like, does that really matter? As a migrant that have lived here 2 years and 3 months, I've toured the UK. I've toured Scotland, England, Wales. Look at me today. I look at myself and say, is this me? Is this me that looked like there wasn't any way forward, no going back? I was depressed. I was like as if I should just end it. Because once you come into a new environment, everything is different, from the atmosphere, from the air, from the water, the people, the gadgets, everything from my whole country. And I know it's still similar to a lot of migrants. Either you are from the Philippines, you are from the Indians, you are from the Pakistan. We have similar culture. Once you are coming, they refer us as a third world country. Once you are coming from that third world country, let me bracket it. It's not to devalue you, it's just to let you know the category. Once you are coming from that region, there are many things we don't know how to use. We don't have a lot of gadgets. But here in this advanced country, a lot of them, they have so much gadget, like maps. What is my business with map? If I'm going in my home country, this is a typical example. If I'm going anywhere, they will just tell you, when you get to the central bus stop, for instance, take a bus to Oshodi. When you get to Oshodi, enter my two. That's that the person will give you the direction. He will tell you, enter my two, bus going to my two. When you are in my two, if you don't know, tell people that, please, I'm going to so bus stop, so that you'll be screaming at the conductor. Once the conductor, you are there, the conductor will be shouting, Orile, Ajangbadi, Okafor. You'll be saying, e don reach. In Lagos we say owa owa. So I came here, the first experience when I got into train to go to my school, I was supposed to come down at a station called Queen's. For those, I landed in Wales. Come down at that Queen's station. I thought the thing was going to call it. I didn't know that if you're familiar, you've entered train, the thing will be displaying it up. It will be, and no wonder they have this old saying that if you want to hide an information from a black man, put it in book. I know it's not just me, but majority of us, we don't have the time to come to a bus stop. You'll be looking for the signpost, you'll be reading. And here, you don't have nobody you are going to talk with. Sometimes the other day I went to a supermarket. I will not mention the supermarket name. I said to my partner that, do you know that I went in here? I did nearly 1 hour. I didn't speak to one person. He said, why? Is it that there are no people? I said, I went there, carrying my shopping cart, going down the aisle, picking what I want, finish it, check out, and I left. Nobody to speak with. I didn't know. That is the way they've structured it. They've structured it in a way that you will not even speak to anybody. And I couldn't do that in my home country because you don't we don't have supermarket. So you will talk to people. Ah, auntie, this your tomato. Why it be like this? Oh, this your palm oil. This your red oil. This one, that one. You will definitely talk to person in my home. Then you come to a country whereby either the person, first of all, I struggle with map. They will tell me, oh, use your map. I'll go. Me, I'll be using my instinct. I'll be trying to look for signposts. I'm like, which kind of wahala is this? All those things stresses you out. If you have somebody you are not you are not using it, we do more of analog. We do more of associating with people. We do more. In my home country, if you are going somewhere and you don't know where you're going, I worked in a bus stop for like 1 year. Every day, somebody will say, auntie, please, oh, is this Ilasa bus stop? That's what they'll be asking. Is this Ilasa? Some will even speak Yoruba. I will say, somebody that understands Yoruba will say, yes. You say, okay, call the person on the phone. That is how we go. Then you are coming to where you are I come to a different environment. You don't get to speak to anybody. You just, everything is smart, digital. That is the beginning as a migrant. So if you are already here as a migrant, it's good to put others through and said, if you are going, this is how you will do it, or this is what you will do, or this is how you will use your map and everything. I was on, even up to now, I still don't know how to use the map. Somebody gave me one. The other day I was going for a walk. Somebody gave me a paper map and said, do you know? I said, I don't know how to use it. I collected it. I said, okay, I'll be looking at it. Even I did geography, but I didn't know how to use it. So it doesn't mean you are any less. It doesn't mean you are not a human being. Thank you everyone. Please give this video like. Let's take the likes up. It doesn't mean you are not valuable as a human being. You don't know how to do it. It's just that it's not our way of life. So once you are a migrant, you come into a different place. Most especially you are coming from a third world country to an advanced country. These things are set to be there as challenges, experience, and everybody's experience is different. But there are some that is relatable, like it's common to everybody. For instance, using of gadgets. You will now start using your maps. You will now start reading. When you get to a place, sometimes you will not even speak to people. You see them, they'll be looking for the sticker, where they paste the sticker of the bus stop, the times and everything. For me, I struggle with that. I will still end up to ask if the train arrives like this. I will ask the train man, is it this one that I'm entering? Sometimes the man will say, no, enter. Or he will direct me and say, go and look what is written on the wall. Language and accent differences was a challenge because despite we say we all speak English, we have our accent. The way an Indian speaks, the way Pakistan speaks his English different. The way a Zimbabwe speaks our English is different. The way a Nigerian speaks, the accent is different. And the way the Liverpools, the Welsh, the Scottish, they have their accent here too. Even though they make it look like, oh, it's all English, their accent. Some folk will say, water. Put the kettle in the water. I'm like, which one is water again? Hey, my dear. So what am I trying to say? Back to that lady's this thing. Back to my experience from that lady. This lady, she just said to me, I don't use the water. Why? She didn't say to me. I didn't know that. It was later I got to discover that she was seriously ill. And then she was like, oh, she found out that that water is not good for her. So she started taking bottled water. But what would it have caused her to say it? Some people, they just like you to suffer what they suffered. Yeah. So sometimes I see a lot of people say, oh, Nigerians are happy to this person. Sometimes they say, rephrase it, Nigeria happened to Nigeria. And it's true. Some people will say, it took me 10 years to figure this out. And so they feel like if they just give you that information, you're like, you don't know the stress they went through, the hassle and everything. And I get it. And some, once you're a migrant that you come here, humble yourself. Even if you senior that person, be real, be kind, be good. You don't know who will help you. I was saying to a friend yesterday, I said, the people that helped me, they are not people from my clan. They are not even my this thing. Random people, random. Just be genuine, just be real. And there's this movie that is called Pay It Forward. as you receive, do unto others that which you have received, that good. You may not be able to pay that person who did you good, but you can pay it to the next person. That is, pay it forward. You can pay that good to next person. And so that's why I was like, these people, they couldn't even say anything. And they are on my page, they see me on my page. They couldn't even tell me anything. But I said, no, because somebody somewhere helped me, I'm going to help them too. I will not consider the fact that they didn't acknowledge, or, a lot of us will get upset and said, oh, you are coming in. You cannot ring me. You cannot tell me you are here. Do you want me to come and call you and tell you, okay, I will let you suffer some things. I suffered a lot of things. My skin cracked because I didn't know. My hair, I lost my hair because I didn't know I was using the wrong product. The environment, the water is totally different. I didn't know. It was when, after how many months of doing this thing, when I was free, I go to TikTok and I saw people sharing their experience. And that is the power of social media. And that is why I'm using social media. I know a lot of people are maybe at work and everything, but I will do this my life. Put it here, share the links. You can always come back and watch. Experience, what is a migrant experience? We all have different experience, but some is pattern, some of them is unique, is kind of the same. I've said it that number one here, your gadgets, your access to digital, using the digital thing, like using your digital map, using online payment. Someone like me, it's new, it's foreign to me. I started learning it. Number two, where to shop, how to shop as a migrant. Once you come here, you struggle because you see all the big shops and everything. You be like, you drop it. If somebody that will call you and tell you, I know one corner shop down the road, they sell good stuff for half the price. And secondly, what I struggled with, I thought rice was rice. I thought when I came from Nigeria as an African girl, we like to eat rice, and me, that's one of my favorites. I thought rice was rice. It was when I got here, I discovered that there is sticky rice, jasmine sticky rice, there's basmati rice. What concerns me with basmati? There's easy cook. Thank you for those who are liking this video. Please share. Let's share the link. Thank you for liking, and drop your comment. If you're a migrant, what's your experience? What's your thought? Let's brainstorm together. Let's chat. It's chat. I can bring you up. You share your experience. I thought rice was rice. Hey, my people, I will go like this. I'll buy. Some of them, they are not sweet. Some of them, I will cook it the normal way. It will come out awkward. I'm like, my cousin, my cousin would say, did you not read the label? I said, we know they read. For me, I'll just look. I follow what they look. Say, na rice business. I'll just carry. She said, no, there is easy cook rice. I started asking, what is the difference between easy cook rice? What is this? Which one is basmati seller? Which one is jasmine sticky rice? Which one is this? Which one is that? Secondly, if you live in a place where you to get African stores and African food is difficult, that is another challenge I face, because where I lived was mostly white dominated. It's not this is so there are no corner shops, there are no Asian shops. I started learning some of the food and vegetables that is similar, because our tongue, there's a way it craves for that our food. So we are a product of our soil, we are a product of our environment. Then it dawned on me that we are a product of our environment, because one of my experiences that my cousin said African food is expensive here, and so you cannot afford to be eating it every day. So I will advise you to learn how to start eating other food that is available here. I tried it 1 week. I won't die. Someone like me that we like savory and spicy food, and then I was introduced to sweet and sour. My tongue, my skin, everything, all my body said, I was like vibrating for my food. I was yearning for my food. The smell, it got to the point that it seems I was smelling it. I was like, what is this? What is this? And then before you know, your body begin to gradually transition. Then it dawned on me that, indeed, we're a product of our environment. Our body is a product, our God's health. What you eat, the inside of you reflects what is in the outside. Because I asked this question one time and said, why is it that people in a cold region. I never knew Africa has somewhere like Lesotho, South Africa is very cold up to freezing point. And for Nigeria, I only know of Jos. For those who are Africa, Jos is very cold. All the strawberries, all the blueberries, all the potatoes they grow here, virtually every vegetable grown here is grown in Jos. Yet the people of Jos are very black. They are dark skin. Somebody said, oh, you are light skin because of the cold and the hot air. I said, it's not true. It's not 100% true. So sometimes the soil, the nature of the soil, is we are product of our environment. And so when you come here as a migrant, you don't expect to just, like me, I just dabbled into eating other food. No. It's slowly you'll be climbing up. Slowly you'll be climbing up. Then you'll be introducing. I was saying to my friend that I say Savoy cabbage, kale, spinach. You begin to use that to replace as your ugu and water leaf. For those that are Nigerians, this, pardon me. And I know too, for the Pakistan, the Asia and everything, most of their things is easy to get here. Rice and all their biryani and all that. But for we Africans, I lived in a different environment. Suffolk, they are not really that much. I could even try to get when I was in Ipswich, but when I moved to so I look at myself today, I said, this video is just to encourage somebody out there. If you're a new migrant, you just newly moved into the UK, I will say congratulations to you. I know the first 3 months may be rough. Everything is going on like this. You don't know where to start, who to beckon on and all that. First of all, go online. Anything you want, search it online. How to do this, where to do this. There are lots of people that I see back home. They'll say, some people, once they just reach UK, the next thing they'll buy a ring light. They'll begin to give you advice. I know they do that a lot, but for me, I was like, it's time to share. When I started doing, I discovered my body butter with my skin, the remedy to my skin. I shared it's in my YouTube. Go and check how I made my body butter, how I came to discover my hair, that the right product for my hair. It got to a point I had to even ring one guy and say, please, what product can I buy? Because I discovered that Afro hair is different from Caucasian hair. They are not the same thing. So you cannot use the same principle on them. You will not get the same result. You cannot use the same product. I was saying, the person was like, why don't you carry your hair? I said, I cannot. Even in Nigeria, I cannot carry it, let alone. But I didn't know that. I don't know what my hair was lacking. It was lacking moisture. Likewise, the skin. I cannot just go into the supermarket and buy any cream. I need a cream that is high in oils, that has oils. My soap as well. But the Caucasian skin, their skin is very oily, so they don't need product that use oil. And if you go to the shelves, the supermarket shelves, most of the product, because of they are the majority here, is designed for them. So I will go to Amazon and check. I'll go to place like TikTok. That's why you need your shea butter. That's why you need your coconut oil. That's why you need this, you need that. You whisk it together. The video is on my YouTube. Just go and search it, how I made my body butter. So that lady, she refused to disclose anything. She refused to share. I was like, even give out her cookware. Now that one shocked me. Make her cookware for the pot. We call it pot, P-O-T. Make her use your pot. Auntie, make her use your pot, cook. Meme. In Nigeria, we say buga. She likes to buga. She did not share anything. And for her, she has done her 2 years. I think, yeah, she schooled 1 year. They've given her 2 years post distance. So she's in her 3rd year. Just like I am. I'm in my 3rd year here in the UK. I say, see, this life, my people, na turn by turn. There's this African song that say, life na turn by turn. Make you know the 2-day buga. Humble yourself, for no one know tomorrow. And I look at myself today, I said, what? Please, let's take this video or likes up. Let's take it like 1 to get to 10. Thank you for joining in. People are coming and going. I don't know what they want. Let you YouTube find me my algorithm. People that will stay. Let's unplug it. I look today, I say, now me don dey here 3 years, my third year now. Now me dey give advice. I've told even within 2 years. Who does that? A migrant that came here within 2 years. I've told Britain. I was going through my phone memories yesterday. I was seeing all the places I've visited. Event, people that I've interacted with, I've met. See, this life, aside money, aside this currency money, relationship is a currency. Never undermine or undervalue the power of relationship. And that is why one mistake a lot of youth make. They'll not say, what nothing you go is buga for me now for Nigerians. So you see what you do shakara for me. You dey UK, I dey UK. Please, let's like. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you. And you forget that let me reach out to this person. Let me message this person. Oh, just to say hi. I mean, this thing, no, it doesn't cost you much. You don't know what that person is privy to. There's my favorite adage that says, I was able to see far because I stood on the shoulders of giants. That was why I was able to see far. That is what relationship can give to you. Anything money can buy, relationship can pay for. Take this home, take this message home, that anything money can buy, relationship can pay for it. As a new migrant, you have this thing like, oh, finally, I could work, I can get my money, I can buy anything I want to buy. Do you know that with some relationships, you don't need to spend your money because relationship will cater for that thing. Relationship will pay for it. So spend your time investing in the right relationship, in good relationship. Make peace with people. Be at peace with them. It doesn't cost you anything. I know sometimes, coming from me, someone will say, oh, but sometimes you have to be discerning. Some people, they are worth keeping at arm's length. Some people, keep them here. You have to know where to keep people. Yes. You just have to know how to go and what to go. It's just like you're going on a journey. It's not everything you will take on your journey. I've done a life this thing before. If you go to my life, you see when I say life is a journey. It's not everything you will pack. As a migrant, when I was coming to this UK, there are many things I didn't come with. Not because I didn't like them, not because those things didn't have value, but because it will not pay me. Just like coming with all these silverless and it will not pay me to come with it. When I was only limited, that is how life is. You are limited to X number of years. We are privy to something. So you cannot spend the whole of your years using it and say, oh, because relationship is currency, you now pack everything. You are everywhere, you are nowhere. Master of all. How do they call it? Is it master of all? None. So you have to know to invest in the right relationship. When you come here as a migrant, you begin to find, who do I know back home that is here before me? Is this person in my area? Can this person give me one or two things? Can this person have one or two tips the person will tell you? The person will tell you, okay, go here and shop here. Shop here. These are your shopping place. These are your this. Okay, I know this person there. Go to that person, join their community. They will now tell you, because you are in a different environment. You really don't know your way around. I love old sayings. An African old saying say, when a chicken gets to a new environment, that chicken will stand on one foot and use the other one and be observing. Not that you will come, you'll not find that. I don't want people to know that I'm here. You will not be living a solo life. It can be costly sometimes. It can be expensive. Relate with people. We are social beings. We ought to relate with people. We ought to be socializing, just like what I'm doing here. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Cody Thompson, hello, said hi. Yes, so Susan Medley saying hi. Hi, Susie. Please, let's take the likes up. Let's take the likes up. Thank you. Where are you watching from? What's your name? Hello. We're talking about a migrant. If you know of any migrants here and abroad, whatsoever, share this link to them. Share. Let them come in. Let them join. Let them come and hear as a migrant. You, as a migrant who newly came to the environment, humble yourself. Be real. If I was faking it, I wouldn't have gotten any. This is my experience. Pardon me. Coming to the UK, my first point of contact where I landed was in Wales. And there in Wales, there were different migrants. We were sharing apartments together. Because some of them, they will happily receive you. And that's one good thing Nigerians will do. They will happily receive you until you begin to find your way and everything. But there was this one girl. She refused to share anything. She refused to give out any information. She will just say, don't use this. I don't use my this. Don't use my cookware. Don't take this. Until why now? Why? Cultural shocks was another thing. Culture shocks. Then you know that we live by our culture. Some people, they like their space. You ask them, like the English here. I come to discover that the English, they like it. You ask, are you happy for me to come in? Are you happy for me to do this? That you are asking for their consent. You don't just barge into their privacy. They don't like it. Why we African? What is there? Me now, I want to go to my niece's room. I will knock and I ask her, are you happy for me to come in? Can I come in? Hi, Chinanza, can I come in? I will just enter. But so people are different. And living in this environment that is multi-diversity, there's another important one I want to land on. Another important thing I want to talk of as migrant experience. Be mindful of how you handle prejudice. You see this one? Let me give us time for it to sink in. Prejudice. Someone will ask, what is prejudice? Prejudice is foretold story. They'll say, in this place, these people don't do like this. In this place, let me use for where I'm coming from. They'll say, Igbo man too like money, or is too dubious, or Yoruba man. That is prejudice. Stories that are foretold. So be mindful of how, as a migrant, that you come into a new environment, because you are going to meet people from your country or people from of your color that are already here. So when you enter in a room, it's normal as a human psyche, human psychology. We just tend to draw to people of our skin color. You say, oh, this person look like me. So naturally you are drawn to that person. Once you enter a room, a room that you don't know anybody and everything, it's natural to just go sit beside the person that looks like you. Then you know that people, when you see someone like Kemi Badenoch, you would think she's my sister. You would think she's my sister, because once I do hair like, we all look the same. All blacks, even me, all English look the same in my eye. All Asian, they look the same. It's when you now later your eye will now be like, oh, you can spot difference. It's not at first. You just think they all look the same. Once they do the same hair, the same skin, our accents sound the same. We'll be like, do you know this person? Are you? So it's you now, the migrant, that will be careful of how you tend to handle prejudice. When they tell you something, okay, I don't hear, thank you. Because a lot of the prejudice, when I came, they was like, all this Oyibo, they don't like you. And me, I like to test things. If you tell me something, question things. Ask yourself, why is it like that? If even anything you hear from here, take it from me, question it, prove it. This, for those who are Christians, the scriptures say, test all things and see that which is real. So you can know for yourself if truly everybody did not like you, or it's because of your own attitude that is making this, not because of what your this thing say, your skin color. because that was the one prejudice I was told. They don't like my skin color. Oh, they don't see me as a human being. And I went with that prejudice into the society. And I was like, if somebody just feel like, oh, I will soon calm down, or I've been sitting down for long and I don't want to sit down, the person is standing. Because I have a prejudice, a preconceived idea, that is a prejudice, a preconceived idea, I will just automatically take it that, oh, this person did not like me. And then I begin to react negative to the person. So as a migrant that come into a new environment, be careful how you handle prejudice, because people are going to tell you things. As you just come, they're going to tell you things. Say, okay, thank you very much, but go with an open mind. Keep your mind open. That's what my cousin used to tell me, that I should say, keep your mind open. Gloria, when you go to a place, when you're in a bus, she said, chat, interact with people. Hello, hi, are you all right? Where are you from? Chat. Keep an open mind. Don't just jump into conclusion and say, go by your prejudice. They don't like me, they don't like me. And then you now be acting in a negative way. And to you, you don't know that is that your action. Because nobody wants to identify with anything bitter, anything sour. Mm-mm. But once you are sweet, people want to identify with you. For those who have liked this video, thank you. These are my tribe members. They've liked my content. I know it's not for everyone. Some people are coming and going. People are coming and going. So that is what I have for us this morning and this afternoon. Back to eating my food. My stir fry and leftover potatoes. Thank you, my tribe members, for liking. As a migrant, because life is a journey. We all are migrants. I used to ask myself, let me finish my food first. I dey eat, dey talk. I don't know where the food enter. Thank you for liking this video. There are highlights you can go and watch. I love YouTube life. Oh, I'm beginning to feel cold. So what was another of my migrant experience? I've talked about how to use digital gadgets, map, for instance, digital map, online maps, online banking, online shopping. I suffered with online shopping. Oh my God. What I ordered versus what I got. I didn't even know my size. Even up till I don't know my size for ring. So I'll end up either to return it, or I'll end up to just chuck it away or keep it, I suffered with it. A lot of things I bought from online, they didn't fit. They didn't fit because I'm not used to online shopping, even while in my home country. It's something we have, but it's not much. It's little. So most of us, we go to the market, we touch, we see what we want, you size it, or some people will tell you don't size it. If it's for like pairs of trousers, put it around your neck, or they'll tell you wear it on top of what you have. Then, because when you return, a lot of them will not accept it. So that's why they will give you the privilege to touch it, to ask questions, to size it and all that. So for here, since it's online, they're happy to return, but they'll give you days, like return within 3 to like 5 days. So that was one challenge. As a migrant, shopping online, I struggle with it for my sizes. Like some of, if you are shopping from places like TikTok, you will see 41, 42. The day I bought a shoe that says 42, when I shop from first time shopping from Timo, it just seems as if it's size 39. Then it was like now saying China 42. I said, "Ah, which one is China 42 again?" China 42 is like UK's size 6. I had to return. Pints, bras, all those things, I struggle with it. I will end up going to a workshop, and sometimes because I'm working as a migrant, you don't have this thing. Before you finish work, I was in factory work. Before I finish from my factory work, come back, the shops have closed. Can't get it. So that was the challenge. If you work, I was working 7 days a week back then when I was working. Where to shop? I said where to shop because you see all these big flashy ones. The money there, oh, and some of them you not even know they do sales. There was one I think pay me, I won't cry. Something I bought for how much? Before I know, they started doing sales. They'll say reduction prices, reduce prices, have the price and everything. So you have to know how to shop, where to shop. Then cookwares and household stuff. I said migrant experience. That is the last thing that will come to your mind to bring cookwares. So you have to know how to start. And cookwares can be a bit dear here. So no wonder that girl was like, she wasn't letting me use her non-stick pot because to her she felt like I'm going to use it in the wrong way and end up giving it a scratch. Food and water, that is another big thing for me. I thought water in England is the best, and water was water. Even when they will write it, do not drink this water, Gloria will drink. Oh, I drink water from anywhere. So as a migrant, you come here, ask questions. Oh, some waters are not drinkable water. So be mindful of your water. Can still, and there was another one that shocked me when I said I wanted water. The first time I went on a date, my partner took me on a date. I said, water, what water? I said I want water. Then I said still or sparkling. I did not even know. I don't even know what to answer. Sometimes I would tell my partner, just order, just order. They will say still or sparkling. I don't know the difference. No blame me, no vex. Some people would say, you're a bush girl. Yes, I agree. I'll be bush girl. Some of the gadgets and the electronics, I will say it. I don't know. Thank you for the likes. Thank you. I'll say, I don't know how to use it though. Somebody that please know how to use it. Please teach me. I don't know how to. If you don't know how, as a migrant, if you don't know how to use something, instead of to go and destroy it, open your mouth and say, I don't know how to use it. So people say, I don't want them to laugh at me. Me, laugh. You only teach me that thing once. Once you teach me, I will know it. Tomorrow, you will not teach me. It's a different thing you will teach me. And be open to learn. Be open to learn. As a migrant, I don't know how to use this thing. Oh, I don't know how to do the online banking. This thing, the first time I remember when I came down from the train, I don't know how to push that barrier to lift it up. I don't know. We don't have it in my own country. No vex. We are still using the analog things. You will now begin to learn it small, small. So long you can read and write, easy for you. For we coming from Nigeria is an English colony, so you can read and write the basic English and try to relate with people. I know for here they are making look like, oh, people are not friendly, people don't talk to people. If you must have friends, you must first of all show yourself friendly. You will first of all reach out. Don't die inside. I made that mistake when I came as a migrant. I was always staying inside. I was staying to my friends, to myself. And if there's one thing the Nigerian community still have, I don't know of the Asian community, is coming together, like partying. So people will say, I'm doing my birthday party. Me, I'll say, what am I going there for? I don't know the person. Go and relate with people. Go and chat with people. Before you know, somebody will tell you that, where I'm working, they are looking for one person, or someone will tell you one thing, relate with people. Sometimes it helps with your mind. I was always alone inside. I was crying. The only voice I was hearing was myself, my voice, and it was the voice of negative thoughts. I would cry. That was how I cried into depression. because you are in a new environment. It was later one lady called me to her room and said, come, what is your story? What is your name? I've been hearing side talks about you. Tell me. And I opened up to her. She said, okay, do you have a Wi-Fi? Are you privy to the house Wi-Fi? I said, Wi-Fi? No. Because I was spending money buying data. And then she said, you don't need to. There's a house Wi-Fi. Here is the code. Take it. I was like, huh? She said, okay, see my vlog space. If you need some food or you want to use any gadget, you want to use anything, use it. Those little helps goes a long way as a new migrant that comes in an environment, because you are trying to settle. So don't keep quiet, and don't think only that it's only somebody of your skin color. Sometimes I think that if I see any of my skin color on the road, that person must be a Nigerian. Sometimes they're not Nigerians. But relate with everybody, relate with human being. Don't let prejudice, that's why I said, mind the way you handle prejudice. Handle prejudice with utmost care, because prejudice is a conceived idea. Prejudice is a concept. They will tell you that the people here, they don't like you, they don't like you, they don't like you. And sometimes there was one example I'll not forget. Because I was going with prejudice, I just feel like, oh, this person don't like me, that's why she's not sitting beside me. And to her, she said she has been sitting in the office. When I later started talking with her, she said she has been sitting in the office for hours. So she didn't want to sit down in the train. She just said, let her stand. But because I had a preconceived idea, I immediately, automatically, it changed my attitude. So some migrants, some people here, they are working by preconceived ideas. I said in the beginning that as a migrant, this is my 3rd year here. I've toured the UK, Britain. I came to the conclusion that people are either good or not good. It's not because, and sometimes some people are running by preconceived ideas, what they conceive. One woman asked me when I got to Scotland, she said she's from England, but they now live in Scotland, and the Scottish people will be saying, all these white folks, all these white folks. She shared to herself and said, so this is how all these migrants feels too when we say certain things to them. That because she have moved from England to Scotland. You think, oh, it's Britain, it's everything. No, Scotland is totally different. Wales is different. England is different. And do you know that the Scottish will still see you as an English, because they have their accent, they have their Scottish thing. So people live as tribes. And the woman was like, Gloria, what is your experience once you go in a place? I said, I didn't even, I said, later on, a story for another day. She was like, okay, I don't want to use the R word, that a lot of people always say it exists. She says, have I seen it? I said, I've not really seen it though. But I know it exists, but I've not seen it. So the thing is that once you are kind, you are loving, you are lovable, there is a high possibility of getting it back. And if you don't get it back, so I said to myself that, you know what, thank you. And Dandy says socializing is key to meeting new people and opportunities. Thank you. But a lot of us, we limit ourselves by preconceived ideas. Sometimes it's now that me and my partner, we stay together, I say, you tell me what you were told. He said, there was one he said the other day, said, I was told in Africa, you people don't have shoes. You people don't wear shoes. You people are dying of starvation. I laughed. I thought maybe he was just making it up. And then I went on my TikTok account. I did a video. And I got a lot of Brits commenting and say, it's true. That's what we were told. That's what we do this. I said, how can a people that have land die of starvation? Can they not put that Africa, if you just wash your tomato and pepper, you chop the water somewhere, you just see it begins to grow. You don't need to, you see this one, you people are doing, what do they call that thing they build? Polytunnels. You are nurturing your seed. We don't do it in Africa. Even corn or anything, you just throw it somewhere. You just eat it and throw somewhere to grow. Mango, eat it and throw somewhere to grow. He said, really? I said, yes. So because they've created so much divisions among us, they know that it's difficult for us to come together. So you will now come to this land of a very hi, thank you for coming, of a very multi-diverse culture, and then you now still start living Nigerians in England, Nigerians in Scotland, where there is opportunity to interact with people. You will expand your horizon. You will tell me your own, I will tell you my own. One day we sat and I said, why do most light skinned ladies like to go for dark skinned men? He said because they use the dark skinned men for advertisement with their macho and everything. So a lot of them is their childhood fantasy. What's the topic of the day? Migrant experience is there. Experience as a migrant. If you're a migrant, you're coming in. What's your experience? I know we have different experience, but most experiences are different. And I've said it that one of the experience which is general to all is the gadget, access to like online maps. A lot of us struggle with online maps, online shopping, online banking, how to set it up and be using it. It's one general this a lot of us suffered from. I said another one is where to shop. That one is pertinent. We have our unique experience, but some common experiences is where to shop. For the ladies like me, I remembered when I just newly arrived. I wanted to use the ladies' cookware. She refused because she bought it non-stick and everything. She said, I'm going to do this thing. And cookware is the last thing as a lady that will come to your mind to pack, you know. So you where to shop. I don't want to mention their names, but you know all those big names and everything. A lot of them is high. It's high. So it's when you relate with people, it's in relation, like somebody rightly says, in relating to people, they will tell you, "Come, I know somewhere down the road you will buy good item for even not even £1, £2." The day somebody told me about boots, is it boots? They call it boots market. I mean, this Sunday boots they do. I was like, "Hey." I was like, "Yeah, thank you." I was like, "Hey, quality clean material, clean stuff, some stuff as made in England." You know, England don't used to make things again. That is one culture shock that shocked me. I pinched myself. I love made in England right from my home country. And then I came here, I will buy stuff. I will still be seeing made in China. I was like, what nonsense is this? And then I started interacting. It was in my interaction, I know that England know they produce again. Some of them they've moved their company there. I was like, and I don't scam you because I'm looking for. It's when you now go to like charity shops or you go to car boot sales, you will see some of the made in, because some of the people once they've passed on their stuffs, or some people they are changing this in, or some of the made in are very expensive, so they just give it out. You see, pardon me, but it's the breeds here that will call you one corner, or because to see some of our people we don't pay here, they will hold that information as if na life that they give you. Even oxygen sef, you can still buy oxygen if you have money. That's what my experience when I was in Wales. This lady, she would tell me I don't drink tap water. And me, I'll be looking at it and say, why will I go and buy small bottle water, £1, £2? This tap water is good now. Now wastage of money now. But she didn't tell me. It was later I found out that she was really sick and that water wasn't so clean. Tap water is not so healthy, not so clean. I was like, what would it have cost you to tell me that thing? Let it be that the decision is mine. But she said it to the other girl that is her tribe, because I'm not from that tribe. For Nigeria, we're made up of different tribes. And I was like, you will not come to the UK again. You will not be doing tribes. Some people like to hold information. They will tell you that they want you to suffer that thing, then they suffer. Because they've lived here 10 years, they've lived here 15 years, they went through some things. And I know some of us that just came under 5 years, we can be proud. That's why I said it works in both ways. So me, I'm playing a devil's advocate. I like to balance things. As a new migrant, once you enter, I said, be real, relate with people, be yourself, be humble, ask questions, mind the way you handle prejudice. Prejudice is a preconceived idea. Mind the way you handle it. If they tell you something, okay, thank you. If I was to go by my prejudice, you see where I am today. I told the whole of Britain last year. I know I didn't even meet 10 or 15 migrants. They were not many, but I really went into their midst and said, because I was told they don't like me. They don't like somebody. I said, you don't know me for anywhere. You have not related with me. You don't like me. Why would you not like me? I said, let me go and find out for myself. I went in their midst. I tore around and I came back with this thing. I said, people are either good or not good, period. Because I won't tell you that, oh, they were all good. No, there were people that, but I carried one thing in my mind and I said, you know what? I'm looking for that one. Jesus said he lived in 99. I'm looking for the one that will relate to me. If I go in a place, I will smile with them. Are you all right? Are you all right? Kindness, I said to my partner, I said, kindness is a language that even the deaf and dumb can understand. Kindness. Once you see somebody that is kind to you, you see somebody that genuinely likes you and everything. Thank you. You will see that you will attract that person. There was a lady, I don't know her for anywhere. She just sent me in an event. She wrote her details, gave me, and she said, take, just in case you need somewhere to stay. Here's my this thing. I said, okay. I just carried, put in my bag. I never thought of it and everything. I just went. Later, after many months, I messaged the lady. I said, what made you do what you did? She smiled. She said she don't even know. Then she said another thing is that when she traveled to South America, she saw how people, English people were not much there. Other people related, that people show her. And that was why I talked about Pay It Forward. Pay It Forward is a movie. I haven't watched the movie, but from the little I've seen about the movie is somebody do good to you, you do it to the next person. Somebody do that thing touched the lady. I said, and I told the lady, it's not easy. It's not easy to be a migrant because when you come here, sometimes I'll be missing my family. I don't have anyone, nobody, this one, that one. You then some people will not open their mouth and be talking, what are all these migrants doing here? Go to your place. I'll be like, those one, in order not to disturb my mental health, I'll just tell them, say, you are speaking out of ignorance. Because it's when you travel, go to another place, you will now find out what it is before you begin to integrate with the environment and everything. So it's both ways. I'm playing a devil's advocate here. When you do your own part, yes, the universe has a way to attract people of like minds to you. So even in that midst of, if you think that, oh, all these people are good or all these people are not good, you will still find that good. You yourself try to be good because you will attract what you want. This morning in my quote, I said, love thyself. We have been told, society have been told us that if you love yourself, it's selfishness. No, you cannot give what you don't have. The Bible, the scriptures say, love thy neighbor as thyself. I'm digressing. So that means for you to love your neighbor, you have to love yourself. Well, but when you don't love yourself, how can you love your neighbor? So when you don't have love in you, when you don't show love, you are not real. You are faking it. You are going with preconceived ideas. You are looking for your village, somebody from your village, before you do good or before you share information. How do you want to receive back that thing you desire or that thing you are wanting? So I was saying, my friend just reached out to me and said, please, oh, Gloria, my siblings are here. Oh, they just came. Oh. And I was just looking and saying, hey. And I have them. Oh, they have my number. And none of them message and say, Gloria, I'm here. And this, I was like, I will reach out to them and say, okay, is there anything you need? Is there any this thing? Because I know that it's cold now. So a lot of you, we don't have this wool clothes and blankets and all these things. And I said another one, relationship is currency. Let nobody deceive us. Some of us would be like, in their mind, oh, we are here now. I'm here. I'll work. I'll get my money. I'll buy it. Invest in the right relationship. Whatever money can pay for, can buy, relationship can pay for it. We tour around this UK on the back of relationships. People from online, people we didn't even know. My partner and I, we tour around the UK on the kindness of people. So I've nearly done 1 hour here. Thank you, people, for liking, those that are coming in for chatting, interacting. Thank you. So as we go in life, they want us not to be associating with ourselves. Socialization has recently been discovered that it's good for keeping us healthy. Yesterday, I was chatting with a friend. I said, sometimes when we say things online due to emotion, we have to be very careful, because when you start labeling things, when you start saying there's a crime that happened here, but you put a label saying this person in of this skin color, of this country origin committed this crime, you are indirectly creating something in the minds of people. Mhm. The hate word, you are indirectly creating it. So some people, they will just go in the mindset and say, oh, everybody from this country, everybody from this region, they are no good. I experienced that as I went in my tour. At some point I was really pissed off. I said, when they just say, some of them, you relate to them, you go in a room full of events, the next thing they will ask you, where are you originally from? If I mention, say I'm from Nigeria, they'll just say, Nigerians are scammers. Ah. You don't know me from anywhere. I called the husband, I don't scam you before. That day, there was one day, it was just too much. This one said, Nigerians are scammers. Nigerians are this. Nigeria. I just went to the room. I shut the room. I was just crying. I said, please, nobody should talk to me. They're like, it's not what we meant. I said, not all of those they talk. These are preconceived ideas. These are some of them. They never even cross Lagos airport before, let alone going in the midst, going into Nigerian villages and Nigerian districts. Then you just came to a conclusion. One day I called my partner and I said, why do most of your people always use that? And they say, there are a lot of fraud and the trace it is from there. I said, oh, I cannot come here and now act like a saint or tell you everybody is good. But sometimes still create room that they are still good people. If they say, can anything good come out of Nazareth? No be there Jesus Christ came out from. Even though there is a debate, some people say Jesus Christ is a thug, Jesus Christ is a this, he gather vagabonds. But now the Jesus Christ, all of us, they use to our Lord and personal Savior. And he came from Nazareth. So I said, people are either good or not good, because a lot of them, they like to portray themselves as the holier than thou. But when you now live, me that I'm living in your area, I know that some crimes happens. They'll say there's always one. So if there's always one that does a that, why don't you think there's always one in my own region too that does something? So these are some of the migrant experience. And then I was like, how do we begin to preach peace? How do we preach love to people? So let's not let our prejudice take our bigger part of us, or be led by our emotions. Most especially when you're in a public space. Then if that's your emotion, you are still moved by your emotion, it shows you are not learning. It shows you are not learning, because they are constantly trying to create divisions amongst us so that we don't come together, we don't unite, we don't do things. But once you see people as human beings, you'll be able to relate with them. You'll be able to speak to them. If you see them going through something, you'll be able to reach out to them, contact them, meet up, face-to-face interaction, socialize, and all that. That is what makes us human. We shouldn't let preconceived ideas take that away from us, because once you live in this country, a lot of people suffer depression, anxiety, they are lonely, and they just go to work, come back, nothing else, and all that, because of preconceived idea. We're told, oh, this person don't like you, oh, this is it. They put everything in black and white, and all of us will now live by that. No, me, I will go in the midst, I will speak with them, I will talk to them. If you don't reply me, I'll talk to another person. Surely before I come out in a room of 100, I will see one. I'm not even looking for too many. One that will relate with me, and I will be happy. I will say, I made one good friend. As I go, I say myself, as I go in life, I'm looking for my tribe members. My tribe members may not necessarily be somebody of my color, somebody of my language, somebody of my country of origin. It's someone that shares the moral value, someone that have decided to come with an open mind, someone that is not moved by their emotions and everything, somebody who just wants to be a human. You just want to be a human being. The other day, I was working in this my environment, neighborhood, and one man came out. I never knew there is a house. All the while we are driving past there because the hedges have grown so tall. I never knew there's a house in that place. Somebody came out and said, "Are you all right? You seem lost." I said, "No, I'm all right though." He said, "This road you are going is not so safe and everything." And look, funny enough, I was doing recording that day saying the need for socialization, that we should socialize as human being and all that. And he now started chatting and gave me a map and said, "Okay, see the map if you want to go places to." And I was like, "Wow, cool. That's good." You know? So that is who your tribe member should be now. You should be looking for somebody who has that feeling of a human being. As I am now, if I see somebody suffering on the ground and everything, I should be able to reach out and say, "Are you all right? Is there you okay? This one, that one." But the society in this environment we live make you feel like, "Oh, don't do that to people. Oh, this some of them will not accept it." And somebody's critical moment. And so I said, if only that lady had given me two ladies I experienced in getting here, if the other one has just given me that little help when I needed that time I just came in, we would have do this thing. And a year later I went back to that area. My partner and I were invited to Pontypridd in Wales. It was the one that gave me that said, "Oh, see our Wi-Fi, see my locker, see if you need any cookware." It was she I called. I said, "Ah, I know, so na dey always pack shift to Nigerians, na dey always pack shift. Abeg you dey?" I say she no dey. I said, "Okay, just to let you know that I came by in this environment and I would have loved to see you, and take care, bye." But the other one, me, I didn't call her. I just left her. It's today that I don't even know why that thought just came to my mind today. I was just laughing. I was just cooking. I said, "See me see cookwares now. See me see things. Cookwares wey dey no gree make I use when I just came. See me see cookwares now. Cookwares yakpa for my front." Ah, this life just be nice, sha. Just be good. So thank you, people. At this point, yeah, someone said this tribalism needs to change. Oh, tribalism. I don't know. And people that scream tribalism, they'll come here and they'll still be screaming the other one. In fact, it's the Zim. They'll just be shouting racism. Racism and tribalism is the same energy. So if you are tribalistic, you don't have the right to talk about someone who is a racist. One said, "You are doing a job. You're doing a job, okay, by speaking to people and interacting with different cultures. Lead my example. God bless you." Thank you, Dandy. Thank you. Yeah, migrant experience in the UK. Migrant to what country? Oh, migrant experience in the UK. Yeah, migrants is just migration, and then that answers some of my question, because coming to the UK at first, I was like, yeah, they were like racism and everything. I began to ask some of the people. I said, how, like, and I discovered that this is an island. Some people came many years ago. And when during my tour, I'll share this experience. I don't know why this thought came to my head, that I'll share it. I told my partner a story. I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria. How my grandmother, because she died blind, she was blind and she doesn't see, but every of her sense organs are very active. And so she'll keep a long cane beside her. And because we know she doesn't see, and me and my immediate elder sister, we want to go and play, we will tiptoe. And then she will hear our voice from the market town, this thing, front of the village school. She would tell people, "Call me Blessing and Gloria, call me Blessing and Gloria." She would say, "Where's my cane?" She would tell my mother, "You are talking too much. You don't need to talk too much. Bring the cane." I was like, I was laughing. I was like, now looking back at how we stressed that woman before she passed on and we went to the city. So months later, while we were in Scotland, then there was a lady that was talking about, she had a lot of history about her place. She's Irish descent, but her parents, her ancestors, like maybe 4 5 generations, moved into this. So they had 200 acres of land, and which is really protecting it. She said she don't want to sell. She was struggling financially, but she don't want to sell because that land meant a lot to her ancestors and everything. And so the lady was now in chatting. She now shared a story of how the mothers used to do in Ireland and Scotland and everything. My partner said, "It's the same thing Gloria shared." I said, "Yeah, there's one strange thing when I went to Scotland. I felt welcomed. The Scottish people are very welcoming people. I felt, I just felt like a lot of things resonate with the Igbo culture where I'm coming from." And then she now said, did I not know? I said, no what? She said, a lot of their ancestral tests they have been doing have been traced back to Nigeria and Ghana. That the Nigerians and the Ghanaians used to sail through the water and they will stop in Scotland. And that's how they were using to trade back and forth, back and forth. I said, we still have this thing. I was told our ancestors, they used to farm fish and farm along the river banks. And so we are currently in one small island in the river Niger, and a lot of us refuse to go back. Some of them will go back, some of them will not go back, some of them will stay because they used to. And then I was like, for me, when I began to ask questions, the Bible say in the beginning, God created Adam and Eve. How come we have variations? How come we have countries and origins? I say some things don't stack up. And then you find out that you come here. My partner said, now that one shock you pass. You discover that a man in, let's say, Papua Guinea, there is an idea that man has that a man in Korea, in an island in Korea, can still do. How come all the human beings, if they say men, like both man and woman, was formed from apes, how come they all know how to do certain things or do the same thing? Who teach them? And we were told that now we dey go round, we dey travel round. So we discover when I don't know if anyone saw that news when one tribe, the guy I think from Ghanaian, said his ancestors were there. He no lie, because that lady told me to say a lot of them settlers are there. They don't wipe out the history. If you go to the Scottish culture, the Scottish clothes is something like this pattern I'm wearing, where they have according to the clan, they have the blue, they have the black. Asa, it's the same cultural. We have similar pattern. Like we call it George. Where I come from, I said, what? Something is not stacking up. It's not right here. So that means it's not today men and women have been traveling. So I will say almost we are traveling around. We are just going around the world. But there's an argument that's saying life began in Africa. I don't know. But what I know is that men and women are just traveling around the world. So don't let people begin to cajole you, believing that, you're in Nigeria. I am British. I am this. I am that. We are human beings, and human beings have been traveling around this whole world, planet Earth. The only thing that once there is problem in one civilization is collapsing, people will begin to migrate. So migrants are not how would I put it? So people think, oh, there are problems. You yourself that you think you are British, somebody told you are English, you are British. Do you know where your ancestors came from? Do you know if they were part-time migrants? That is the education a lot of them don't have. And that lady that told me, she said it was when she went to South America, she humbled herself because a lot of the people, they receive her well, they show her love, they treat her well. She now said, she too, she go begin, they respect some of this migrant. I tell my partner, I say, if you see us here, try the ones wey come, we will not come with both. They respect us. It's not easy. It's not easy to move from your country. You begin to integrate, you begin to learn the cultures, learn the food, the weather and everything. It takes resilience, it takes survival. And it's not today migration has started. No be me start migration, and it will not end in my time. Men and women have been migrating. Even in the UK, the news don say it o. A lot of the indigenes, the locals are migrating to other places. The news don cover it. I saw one lady talking about it on YouTube and said, whenever there is a mass migration, just know that there is a decline in economy, or this one civilization is about to fall. So a lot of people will begin to migration. Once you look at animals and you see that there is a turbulence, when you see that animals are migrating, like from the Amazons are migrating, just know that something is happening. Either something is stirring up, something is shaking somewhere. So all of them will begin to migrate and looking for a safer place. So the one I don't know now is why the UK is offering Africans and all the so-called third world country, and even the so-called third world countries were once old civilizations. So why are they moving people, a lot of people from those regions into these places? Thank you. Thank you. You have a good day. Stay hydrated. Thank you. Scotland was named after an Egyptian queen. Some of them will never believe this if you told the truth. Yeah. So you see, if someone said the only thing they didn't carry, because you go to London, you see, when the first time I drove into London for farmers protest, I went to me that they will still say leave our country. I still went for farmers protest. I saw this Egyptian head and whether lion or something. I was like, what's the thing they find here? Then somebody said, now that one shock you. Go their museum now, go and see a lot of African things. The only thing they didn't bring was the pyramid of Gaza, and that was because it was too big for them to bring it. Yet they will still call us third world country. They will still, don't let me talk. Don't want to go to that place. They will still call us third world countries. Let me get my water. So yeah, back. So that is it. So we find out that if that is the case, to help us, and so that some migrants don't begin to think low of themselves and just say, oh, I'm just a migrant, I cannot have a voice, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. You not engage in things thinking because you just put yourself in that. If not so, take it from me, we all are all migrants. Even the people, nobody own anywhere, nobody truly owns anywhere. Because when I was asking my uncles about our land and everything, he said the story he was told, they moved there many many years ago. Okay. The other day I was discovering history, because with this YouTube, once you begin to search certain things, the algorithm begins to bring you. I saw the Obi of Onitsha was sharing story of how those for the Igbo culture, how the Igbos, the Edos, and some of the Yorubas, there were Igbo settlers in the Yoruba town. Some went back and some refused to go back and all that. I think the Igbo and the Edo, something like that, whether they were siblings, and once you cannot have two kings in a kingdom. The father was okay, you go here and go and set up your things. And I was like, some things don't stack up. How about the language? How about, okay, if I understand the environment, how about the language? How come there's variation in language and all that? And that led me to, do you know that some words in your language will mean another thing in another person's language? Especially the Igbo and the Yoruba, they used to do that a lot. I'm trying to remember one of them. This one will say, we used to tease ourselves that thing, like certain word in this will mean another thing, another place and all that. So what I know is that civilization has been destroyed, has been wiped out. And if we live in that world and accepting the division given to us, you will never live as a human being. You will never make progress. But when you begin to understand that, oh, I want to be human, it doesn't mean you should be devoid of what is happening around. but at the same time, you have to be human. You have to go on with your life, and don't let preconceived ideas stop you from relating with people. Then you begin to grow, then you begin to expand and excel. Then these emotional things, you begin to break out from it, because I see Nigeria especially, the thing breaks my heart. If somebody's VDM is having fight with somebody now, they'll begin to say, you are Igbo, you are Yoruba. They will want to make it a tribalistic thing. Why do you want me to fight in your fight? If I saw a book, one woman gave me a book. She just said, take this book. I was like, oh, all this old book, this woman said. Later she now said, have you read the book? I said no. So I just opened the book, and the first this thing I saw was the Great War in Britain. I was like, Great War of Britain? I saw the year. I was looking at the year and everything. And then I said to my partner, I said, why did they call it World War One and World War Two? He said, because everybody. I said, I read the story. It was Europe that was fighting each other. Britain, Germany, America got involved, Russia got involved. It had nothing to do with Africa. So why did you people call it a world war? Why una come carry am? You carry me join for a fight wey no be my own, and now everybody dey shout. No, me, I rephrase from that statement. It's not a world war one for me. It's a great war of Britain. Britain is a great war of Britain. It's Britain that Europe that was fighting themselves. After they don't join and fight themselves, destroy themselves, finish, they now come and start sharing Africa. And then they now said it's a world. No, it's not. Because when they fought the Biafra war, why did we not call it a world war? Now they want to start another one. They will not say, oh, all these ones are NATO country, all these ones are Brexit. And then once you people start the war, you now involve me that they don't know anything. And that is how a lot of us have inherited enemies. And that's why if VDM is having issue with, what is that his name, B-Lord, it's not my business. Don't come and drag me and now be saying they don't like Igbos. They don't. No. Face who you are fighting with. Don't make it a tribalistic thing, because that is how they get people, they mislead people. And it's very easy to control people, very easy to mentally control people, to lead people astray. And if you most especially now that there is social media, is space. Anybody, if you just turn your camera, people will be listening and be watching and everything. Before you know it, people will just no. You have to be emotionally intelligent. You have to be discerning. You have to stand up for what is right, irrespective of whether the person is from your tribe or not from your tribe. If you see somebody doing something that is not good, stand up for it and not say, it's not my tribe, or it's my tribe, na my brother, na my Igbo brother, na my Igbo sister. Well, that is what I have to say. Thank you, guys. I've spent 83 minutes here. Thank you, Dandies. Abi, did I get it where Dandies? I never knew that Scotland was named after an Egyptian queen. Wow. So the Scot, but I was told the Scot is like a masculine name, Scott. What was the name? Is it Scotland, or there was a name before Scotland? It's good to always make research, history like this. What was the name that was named? Because I drove past a place, it was called Black Island. I think it's Black Island or Black Eye, something Black Eye. I was like, if you go and find dig history, there'll be a reason why they call this place that name, Black Eye. Man, history can be very interesting. Yeah. Okay. Scotra was her name. She was the daughter of the king. Wow. Yeah, no, definitely. Because that woman that I said we met in Scotland, she told us she had lots of histories and all that. She said most of them, they trace their ancestral DNAs and everything back to Africa. When I first told my partner that, see what I saw, there's one woman I follow, she's an African ambassador, I've forgotten her name, one Zimbabwe woman. She said life began in Africa, histories are there, go and research. I said, it was difficult to believe to this. I said, so when I came here, a lot of them started saying, we trace, and there was one Italian man. I said, hey, come, they say now get Christianity. Come and explain why this variation, because that was all the question on my lips. I wanted to really know. When you come to a place, I looked, I said, the difference is too much. My hair, my skin is different from these people. It's totally different. Why the different? Why the variation? And you find out places like China, no, Thai, the Asian or the Philippines, they have a light skin, but they have a dark hair. And I was like, it doesn't make sense. So he now said no, that him too, he was recently given a book. I think he said a book or history. He discovered that like 10,000 years ago, they traced their history, Italian, to Africa. I said, you say what? He said, yes, that they traced their history to Africa. Hey. And some of the breeds, they will tell you that they trace there to like the Mongolians or like the Asian, this thing. I said, okay, maybe that woman, she's right, that life indeed began as I said, but why the difference? Why was there a gene mutation? Was there a gene selection? And then I discovered there's another people, they call them in Papua Guinea, called the Solomon Islands. The black skin people, but they have blonde hair. Their hair is blonde and it's curly. I just tell myself, anyone that has a curly hair, trace it back your ancestral this in origin to Africa. It could be that one thing has happened, civilizations, people were running for their lives, so we are the product of survived ancestors, like our ancestors survived and this and that. So some people say there is a catastrophe that every maybe 10,000 years, like the Noah and the flood, Adam and Eve were one savior of last civilizations. There have been a lot of lost civilizations and all this things. I think that really made sense, or that explains certain things than the Bible. I began to question the Bible. And in Christianity or in churches, when you question the Bible, they begin to look at you like you're an unbeliever. That color shirt compliments you. Oh, thank you very much. When you question the Bible, they begin to look at you like a backslider. Why? No, you should be able to answer the questions. And when we as adults, you cannot answer the question, your children are going to ask you such questions. What are you going to tell them? Because for me, it didn't make sense. It didn't stack up that God created Adam and Eve. And then Adam and Eve had two sons, Abel and Cain. And then how did we multiply? You question the Bible as an African. How dare you? Thank you. How dare you? They'll be like, there's this man they called Abel that I can't remember his name. One pastor Abel. He said, where the Bible is silent, we will remain silent. No, tell me that. You can imagine. I'll come to you, oh, pastor or papa, daddy Gio, mommy Gio, you taught me. You even taught me. It stated there, Genesis 1:1, that in the beginning, God created Adam and Eve. Okay, I get it. All right. I did not argue. I accepted. As a child, you accept everything taught to you. But as an adult, you question everything said to you. And if you cannot answer that question, shows you don't know it or something is happening. That is the beginning of your reasoning, your awakening when you can question things. And when I see some people they're like, oh no, I don't know, I won't know. That shows you are just trying to be an idiot. You are not engaging, you are not thinking. Isn't it the version of Christianity in Africa for colonization? Yeah. When I yesterday, talking about Christianity, eh? Oh God, I'm very religious, and I've done this Christianity and spirituality in into a high level. Redeem. When I spoke to one friend of mine yesterday, she back then I used to preach to her that to go to church. She used to do all this she would say ancestor, gods of our land. She would wear all these beads. It was when I came to Europe like this. They were like, bead is from Africa, or anyone that wear beads. Africans like to wear beads and our dread, like the way we braid our hair. I was like, but in Nigeria, in fact, in my village, I know when I was little, when I was like 4 years, 5 years, every child had bead on their waist. There's a way it helps us to shape our waist as a woman. Christianity tell us say na juju, na jazz. Now I came here, now come they refer me say Africans wear beads. Hey, wahala no too much like that. So back to what I was saying. When you tell me that God created Adam and Eve, Adam and Eve had two sons, then Cain killed Abel, okay, fine. Then how did we multiply upon the surface of the earth? How did we have variation? You look at this Thai, you look at these Indian people, you see their hair, silky, soft is black. You look this one, silky, soft is blonde. You look this one, dark, coily is black. How did we get these different colors? How did Abel, no, Abel died, right? Yes. How did Cain? And then a lady gave me a Bible, they call it's another Ethiopian Bible. That one, I read it. It states that they were, Cain was a vagabond, but Adam and Eve had Cain and Abel with sisters. And so Cain met or married his sisters. I said, at least this one makes sense more. This one makes sense. So now, what did they tell us? That we are not allowed to marry our sisters. Let me shock you one. Let me burst your bubble. During my tour last year, I went to one estate home. They call it stately home in England here, somewhere in Rotherham. Big stately home. They have 365 rooms there. Big stately home. It's on my Facebook page. Did some recordings about it. And they put all these their big frames and write some of the things. When I first went, see all these their Greek gods. Hey, one god, naked man, no, everything. They say is a Greek god. I say, hey. And then I went to the frame of one I was looking, and then they were talking about, when they do this thing, they said, oh, he married his cousin. I said, you say what? Brought down by me again. I don't know if I've deleted it. I took a screenshot of it. I said, he married his cousin? And then they showed their picture of the cousin as his wife, and their children, their sons. So all this elite, all this world elite, all this blue eye, blonde hair are allowed to marry their siblings. Then they tell me that I cannot marry my sibling. Do you know one that is ranging now that I said, okay, I wish I could get a medical doctor to kind of explain, because I don't understand. When I spoke to my colleague back then in Nigeria yesterday, she said, Gloria, do you know the one that is reigning now? Is this genotype thing? Oh. I said, let me bust your bubble. When I came here, first, I asked my partner, what's your genotype? He said, what is that? I said, no, genotype now. He said, we don't do genotype. I don't know. I said, so if you people want to marry, you people don't. He said, no, nothing genotype. What are you using it for? What is that? How does that affect you? I say, okay, what is your blood group? Say, he no, but he knows say that they do, like if you want to transfuse blood, they know they have different types of blood. I said, who can bring the when I told that girl yesterday that this genotype thing na scam, she said, Gloria, I no feel. You see this one you thought I no go accept. I said, they are doing it just for na no marry, they populate. I tell her, say, bone that thing. If you get anybody you like, go marry that person. And tell her, say, the worst prison to break out from is your mindset. You see, mindset is the worst prison. You yourself, you don't know, say you imprison yourself in your mind. I need a medical doctor to come and explain, because it's true. I know, since I crossed enter this Europe, I've never heard of anything genotype anywhere. If you want to, for those who are living in UK, it's a global thing. Please, somebody do this thing. Someone says sickle cell doesn't affect Europeans as much as Africa. So what is sickle cell? What is causing it? Sickle cell anemia. Our forefathers, did they do anything like that? So it's either there's something they've start introducing in our food, in our water, or in our medication. Because if not, tell me why it. Have you heard of the Spanish flu? Have you heard of the Spanish flu? There's a recent research going on here that the pesticide farmers are giving to spray on their crops, their grains, called glyphosate, is the reason it changes the protein structure, and is the reason a lot of people are allergic to gluten. So whereas they are now telling you, so instead of addressing the root cause of the problem, you are expanding the symptoms. If our ancestors, our forefathers never did anything genotype, so why is genotype a big thing? Why are they highlighting it now? Somebody is sounding the alarm of genotype. Oh, genotype, oh, genotype. Our youth, our young men and young women cannot be together. I don't know. Some things don't make sense. It doesn't stack up, doesn't make sense in my head. I was like, that. So it's a prevalent in tropical regions where there is malaria. Even malaria was brought to us. They are breeding, especially breeding malaria in Africa. Malaria and all this thing is done to reduce African population. And why is somebody highlighting it? Why is somebody screaming it? If they're screaming genotype that way, they should be screaming GMO foods the same way. Just like cancer here. You know, they should be screaming it. I don't believe they don't have the remedy to that. No, I don't believe so. So you see how they've played us. Then as soon as we got here, no more genotype again. Let me tell you this funny one. ULEZ in London, for those who live in London, apologies. I don't like going to the cities. I said it, I don't like doing cities. Somebody, they asked me why. The day we drove into there, we saw zone area. When I was not telling, I can't ask why elderly woman is still there. I said, I beg, I don't understand this thing. Because me, I'm not ashamed to claim I'm an illiterate. I said, I'm an illiterate. I don't know anything. I want to know which one is this ULEZ. And the woman said, oh, Gloria, that is scam. That's this ULEZ. So you are telling me that if I drive my car to London, I'm polluting the air. But if you give me some money, I'll clean the air. How did you clean the air? What do you use clean the air? If you pay money, the air is clean. If you don't pay money, the air is polluted. Wake up. There is another one. I say, I like VDM. I'm a fan of VDM. I like the work the boy they do, but I guess sometimes they get when you go do. I'll say VDM, but better mind what you they wish for, because if Nigeria enacts that thing, and I not go find that funny. He talked about Anthony Joshua, what killed Anthony Joshua. I don't know where he is, but he went to go and show a sign of 80 and said, if they are abide by that, I said, see that thing, it looks like it's good. If there's the only difference between Nigerian government and the European government, that the European government, they come with you in gloves. They are very intelligent people. They are diplomatic people. They will be smiling. They will be telling you things. They will explain it. They will speak big grammar. They will put it in language. The first scam they did was to let everyone speak their language. Yeah. So they'll put it in language, in black and white, and we know what in the language mean now. We could just sign. So you are saying that thing was not because they put it speed limit. It's not because they truly care for the people. They don't want accident. It's another way of taxing people, because once you put a speed limit of 70 in a motor road, all these are motorway, 70, and you drive past that 70, the camera will capture your plate number and send you a fine to pay. Does it mean that they no dey get accident? I tour around the UK, there were lots of accidents that still happen. So it's based on the driver, it's based on you yourself that is driving. You should take caution, you should put yourself, take when I was doing my drive, they say assume every other road users are not good. Not in their right senses. You are the one in your right sense. Someone say you are incredible, insightful. Thank you. So that limit wasn't there to because of to protect the people. It was not basically for the people's interest. So imagine Nigeria begin to put that thing and say, oh, don't drive 60, don't drive more than 60 on this road. If you tell me that things like signposts stating don't drink and drive, or when a person drink, make sure that to stupor they really enforce that law. So when I first of all did a video that part of Nigerians' problem is we Nigerians, because we don't obey the law and we don't do the right thing. A lot of people say, no, what do you mean? Tell your useless government. They fire me. They said Tinubu administration have paid me. I said, I don't even know anybody there. I'm not even a political person. I don't know APC. I don't sabi anything. Wetin concern me? Because if you could do the right thing, but for here, what they do is that they tax you, they put your tax so that if you commit that offense, you pay the money. It doesn't necessarily mean because they are doing the health this thing. They'll tell you health and safety, this one, that one. So if I drive 80, you tax me, I will pay. At least, hey, by the time they made the money pay like 1,000 pounds, hey, nobody go tell you now. That is the only thing. I said, so if they bring that law home for Nigeria, una no go get money for una pocket. Nigeria, una no go get money at all. Money no go dey una pocket like this. So when Vivian was saying that, I was just like, I said, Vivian, I like you, but you see this one where you talk like this, you no follow at all. Because that thing where them put is just a way to tax the people. So that shows Nigeria is not really taxing us. That's why a lot of people in Nigeria could still save. And that is a thriving economy that leaves money in the pocket of people. But a government or economy that takes money from the pocket of the people, where at the end of this is like a lot of us are living in the UK, at the end of the month, you don't have more savings in your hand. Now one a failing economy. For here, they will just tell you can have this on credit, you can buy, you are living on credit. You are not excelling, you are not making progress. It's not it's not. And now Nigerian government don't recently bring one tax this thing. So they want to start taxing people, taxing. So things are about to get tougher in Nigeria. And it was formerly like that here in the UK. So coming to UK has really opened my eyes to see that all these things, where UK is now, wasn't like that. Things have suddenly grow, increase to here. And so a lot of us will think that, Nigeria is failed. Nigerian system is not working. I know truly the system is not working, but the way the system is still beneficial to us, the people, because if they give you a working system, you go pay for it. Are you ready to pay? You go pay for someone who will be like, oh, don't talk stupid. But that's the truth. So I think I've finished my saying. Thank you, people. Thank you, everyone. See you when next I come here again. It's Oge Speaks. Today I decided to do something different though. But yeah, my main base is about health, lifestyle, cooking, nutrition, exercise, all the principles to health, exploring all the principles to health. I'm not a medical doctor. Don't take my words for it. Go do your own research. And also, so I'm just here to sow a seed, and I'm like a signpost. I'm just pointing you to the right direction. Say go this way or don't go this way. So do your own due diligence. Thank you for those who have engaged here. Thank you for your interaction. People like Canary Kings, Are you a medical doctor? This Canary Kings, please, if you're a medical doctor, let me know. Let's talk more about this. This I would like to have you on my show so you can share your experience, because I want to really. I told the lady that I never. It's not. I'm not debating it that it doesn't exist, though, but I want to really understand something, because me, I like to understand the cause of something. So, Canary Kings, please, if you're a medical doctor, you seem to know a lot about it. Let's reach out to me, or how do we like host an event for this over the weekend where there will be a lot of people? Let's talk about the sickle cell thing and find how to kind of liberate our people, because it's really causing. My friend will turn 35 this year, and it just seems as if some people are now using that thing as a yardstick. This one will say, I am AA, I am hot cake, I am this. The one that is AS will be serious looking for love. So now say they use that thing as a yardstick. For me, I just feel like it's one way of limiting our population and not letting people to populate. So how do we join hands to help our people? Let's do research. I'm going to do further research and see this sickle cell anemia of a thing. Because now I'm hearing you said sickle cell is actually correlated to protection against malaria. I don't understand. Doesn't it? Let me screenshot it. Are you a medical doctor? Is it something you read? Is it research? Then you now say, so it's prevalent to tropical regions where there is malaria. Well, I'll do more research about it. The Bible is a religious book, not a scientific book. Yes. The Bible cannot be a scientific book now. I ever believe the Bible is a collection of books, and it's the only one that have not been destroyed. It's one of the oldest books that have not been destroyed. Yeah. Message retracted. Okay. Critical thinking is a God-given right. Yeah. Thank you everyone for engaging. You see, this life is only few. This the rest they just coming and going. The light is amiable. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Canary King, if I call it well, when will you be available? When is your best time so we can talk about this sickle cell stuff? I'm just starting my life this training, and I would like to begin to bring people up. Although I don't know if it's TikTok, they will give you privilege to do maybe one or two, but this one, I don't know how it is. The population, correct? Yes, yes, that is it. So a lot of things has been used against us to depopulate. There is one day I was in an event. One woman, she said, I work with the council. When a veterinary said something about there's the depopulation agenda, the woman say, I don't believe that is true, that she have two children, that gone are the days women used to give birth to plenty children, that is like slavery for women, that women are allowed to make choice. So she support the pills, because these pills a lot of women take. So why will they bring pills that if a woman take that pill in the next 8 years she cannot give birth to a child? Why would they bring such pill? So the vet doctor now said, I don't have time for you, I don't want to talk to you. So I now told the woman, I called the woman I called the woman for side. Those who know Gloucestershire, I call her, she's from Gloucestershire. Please, I want to hear the point you are coming from. Educate me. You said that she said, yes, she have two children. I said, okay, what if your two children now come and said, mommy, I don't want to have even one? She said, it's their choice, there's nothing she can do. I said, do you not see that is a problem? Before you know it will begin to reduce. She said, there is not enough land to cater for us. I said, have you ever seen when a fish is laying eggs? I said, have you seen the seed in papaya? I say, I refuse to believe that we are running out of land or seed. That's why we need to depopulate. If people want to depopulate, it's different. But say forcing people to do it simply because you think something, you just think. And say we are growing too much that they cannot no longer control us. A lot of laugh. We be malu wey dey wan control us. Do you think as human being we cannot control ourselves? We can control ourselves, you know. So this um sickle cell own, I really really want to get medical doctors on board, get more insight into it. Why is now a problem in the African world? That was how they did with HIV and AIDS. So for me, I'm not saying just like COVID, I'm not saying there wasn't any, it didn't exist, or there wasn't any illnesses. But what I'm saying is it can be instigated, because if I understand, my understanding of COVID currently is that it's a one-off of the flu signs. That's why they call it COVID. It's a one-off. So either you have a fever, you have all this nausea, you are experiencing, it's like a normal flu. So you can um take something or not take anything and it will go. So why did they amplify it? The same people that amplified it, could it be that that's what they are doing with the what is it called, this genotype thing, just as a way to tell people, oh, don't get married, oh, don't do this, oh, don't do that, because it's really 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 becoming a problem. She says, Gloria, I'm telling you, it's a big problem in Nigeria now. Everybody, before you say hello, how are you, the next day the person they ask you, what's your genotype? What is your genotype? Say, hey, Jesus. Hmm. So we really need a medical insight, somebody to come with an experience, come and tell us what it is and how it can be remedied. Sickle cell anemia, if I can remember, it has to do with blood, this thing, abi. Okay. But it's not our forefathers didn't suffer from it. This was in protection against malaria. So it could be that something, because there was another one again I discovered. Because when you see all this my discovering, sometimes it's not, I'm not telling you what I read, it's what people talk, and it's when you interact with people, you find out that a lot of people here in Europe are knowledgeable about Africa than we Africans. And it's deliberate. We Africans are not taught about Africans. We are not taught about our environment, what is in Africa. We are taught about Europe. And then a lot of us that go to school will come out finish yearning to go to Europe, thinking it's greener there. Oh, Europe has the all and end of it. Not seeing any potential in Africa. My mother, for instance, my mother is not a sweet tooth person. My mother likes spicy and savory food. Then my mother was diagnosed of diabetes. I was wondering what is causing it. My mother know they eat biscuit. My mother know they eat cake. All those things. What is causing diabetes? Even her carbohydrate she eats is a whole food. How did they put it? Whole complex carbohydrates. And then in my head, I was wondering it. So recently, I was talking to somebody. The person said they used to go to Uganda. They are English. They used to go to Uganda to do some charity works and everything. That all of a sudden they banned them. The government penalized them and fined them for doing that, because they used to take bicycles out there for charity and all that. Even though I don't know why. He said, Gloria, there's one discovery we discovered, that a lot of the people there suffer from diabetes. And then looking at the people's food, start making research and wondering. And that is one thing I love with this. If there's one thing I've learned with this English, Americans, European people that are not Africans, non-Africans, is research. They don't joke with research. They like, and they are clever people, you know. And they know how to do it. They first go do the underground work before they come up with the thing. He said they found out that this thing we call Maggie. He said Maggie, that thing you people call Maggie, is causing diabetes. I say, you say what? He said, we discovered that a lot of the Ugandans, not Uganda, Gambia, He said they use it in cooking. I said, yes, we use Maggi now in cooking. I said, what? I said, ah. And if you tell people, don't use no and cook, use dawa dawa, use your table salt. Me, I don't tell them, say, see that table salt, you know good. Go and use your sea salt. The local sea salt, go and use that one. If you tell them, they say, no, 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 no. I want to use something that came from abroad. I want to use something that came. All of us, we are being programmed. It's a programming. We are being programmed that thinking, say, abroad thing ain't good pass. The one way we get, no good. So, that's what I have to say, oh guys. Though social media, I don't want to talk too much. Before they call, they arrest people now for social media. Thank you, everyone who have interacted. See you in the next one. Bye for now. We are going too much.